Hello, good evening, good day, good afternoon, whether you're watching replay or live or wherever you're at. I wanted to do a live real quick about some things that happened today, which were interesting. And it all revolves around emotions and the reason why emotions come up, and sometimes how, well, we all know this, right? That certain emotions come up that are connected not just with whatever is happening in the moment that's triggering the emotion, but like they have a deeper purpose, deeper meaning, a bigger story behind the emotions when they come up, especially when they're amplified or when they seem out of, I'm audibly hearing them say out of range to what's actually happening. So today, while at the mall with my daughter getting school supplies and getting some things on, some clothes, there's an incident where when we were paying, the woman at the registry, her mom came up to her concerned and rushing and said, "Hey, there's been a shooting in the mall. There's a shooting going on." And the daughter's like, "Mom, are you sure?" And then there's just so many things that had to align for us to even be there, specifically with this girl and her mom showing up. And so the girl told me, she goes, "Oh, according to my mom, there's a shooting or someone with a gun in the mall. And but I don't know if it's true because they're not locking anything down." And I looked at my daughter, I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting," especially because we were about to go out into the mall and do some shopping. And anyways, within a few minutes, we see some people running out of the store, and then we see the manager running, and she's entering the code and starting to lock down the store. And then the girl at the register, she's like, "There must be something going on because this is like our emergency or code, whatever." And she goes, "If you want to leave the store, you better leave now because they're about to lock us down and you don't know how long it's going to be." So of course I told my daughter, let's go ahead and go real quick to, first of all, be safe, because I didn't know if the person with the gun was inside the store or outside in the mall or what was happening. So we left right away. And as we were in the car, I just start crying. I start crying and crying and crying. And like I said in the beginning of the live, sometimes emotions come up that are not connected. They may be triggered by the moment itself and things that are happening, but when they're amplified, and again, they the word they said in the beginning, which I don't remember right now, but when they're amplified beyond what's happening in the moment, the emotions are giving us the opportunity to heal things in our past, to heal traumas, to heal pains, to heal stories, to heal a lot of things. And as a society in the past, we've been taught to move through our emotions quickly or forget them or, get distracted or like, what's the purpose, right? It's like a lot of the masculine response to emotions. And I know what the angels, and they're showing me a lot, that right now, as we're moving through these different phases of humanity's evolution and expansion, we're learning to perfect our emotional intelligence. We're learning, and we're being pushed. I'm going to say gently pushed, but we're being pushed to really perfect our emotional intelligence. And thank you. And I'm hearing the angels say, it's like, and I'm hearing the angels. This is coming from a group of angels. I'm seeing them. Thank you. It's part of the greater purpose of the collective, right? Thank you. To truly step into understanding more the emotions and emotional intelligence, how to move through it, how to respond to it, how to help others really connect with it even more. So anywho, saying all this stuff and what happened today. So as I said, I started crying in the car, and I told my daughter, it's like, wow, I felt so much in my body, and I felt this terror, at the thought of, what could have happened if we were, let's say, close to the person, or what if shooting would have started and we were close by, and like all this stuff came up, and I just kept crying. And then all of a sudden I had a flood of all these memories, and I don't talk about this much, and actually a lot of people don't know a lot of this, but I'm sharing because I was encouraged to share, and because really in reflection of all of it, of what we're moving into as a collective. But I was remembering, a lot of memories came up about when I was in high school and where I grew up. I went to a few festivals, including went dancing and things like that. And I actually witnessed a few people getting shot, and I saw people crossing over in front of me from this. And I had a few times where, in one instance, I had a gun pointed at me. And it wasn't directly at me, but it was pointing at me because of the person behind me. And when I moved really quickly, they got shot. And unfortunately, I witnessed a lot with that. And I witnessed a lot of things in which, again, unfortunately, I saw people die in front of me because of it. And one memory that kept playing out, I'm going to try not to cry, was I was outside a club and somebody got shot in front of us. And unfortunately, we passed the person, we saw and witnessed the person die and all this stuff. But what happened today, it literally brought up all these memories that I haven't thought about, man, over a decade. It's been so long. It's kind of like I knew the memories were there, but of course I just don't think about them or even realize how much of an impact they had, or at least how much I felt today. It was a powerful day in regards to, it gave me an opportunity to reflect on some memories that pretty much my body was still holding on to, my emotional state, my energy, my consciousness. A lot of parts of me were still being impacted by that memory, by that trauma, whatever you choose to call it, by the graphics of the memory. Even just today, as I kept going through the memory, and it was interesting because there was a part of me that wanted to stop the memories that were coming up because they were so graphic and overwhelming. I feel like when everything happened, I was in shock. But today I really felt a lot of other emotions that I feel like I didn't give myself permission to feel when the stuff occurred and unfolded. But the reason I'm sharing all that is because it gave me an opportunity to heal more of me, heal again, and give space to feeling certain things. And even my daughter witnessing it and I sharing stuff, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, Mom, you never told me all this stuff happened." And I said, "Yeah, I just stuff I don't talk about much. It's stuff I don't share because it's definitely not something that was beautiful to witness or something you really want to talk about or share." But again, the reason I'm bringing this up is because as I was getting ready for the bed and tonight, I was just being reminded that right now for all of us, we're going to have a lot of things that are going to trigger memories and emotions as a gift. And the reason it's happening for all of us, like deep wounds from our childhood, even traumas that are connected with our parents, like their childhood and things like that we might have heard about or even experienced just as an outsider, those things are going to be triggered purposefully. And I know part of what the angels were saying is that they're being triggered purposefully, as I mentioned earlier, is because as a collective, we are healing deeper wounds. We're healing a lot of parts of us within ourselves that are known and unknown. And we're being given an opportunity to set ourselves free physically, emotionally, mentally, energetically. Like we are being gifted the opportunity to heal beyond what our mind can understand and perceive. And if you find yourself being triggered by an emotion or triggered by a situation that feels so amplified that you're like, this doesn't make sense, like I'm having so much emotions coming from this that are not even associated with the incident, there's more to that emotion. There's a story behind the emotion. There's a deeper purpose with that emotion. And as I did today, when I had these memories come up and I was giving myself permission to be present with them, I would encourage anybody who feels inspired, actually everybody, if that comes up for you, to sit with it. Because things are moving quickly. Our emotions and the healing that is designed to take place from these emotions is moving quickly. Thank you. Got it. Thank you. And I'm audibly hearing rapidly. It's moving very, very rapidly. And things that maybe in the past would have taken us many months or years to heal, things are just moving into their alignment a lot faster. So as I was reflecting again tonight, that's part of what they were showing me and what I was being shown, that a lot of things are going to be triggered for people with the intention for us to let go, with the intention for us to heal, with the intention that these memories and things from our past are coming up so that we can finally confront them and set ourselves free from them. And it's interesting because it's not like we have to figure out, okay, what happened? Why did it happen? What was like, that's not the role. The role is for us to just feel it Thank you. Move outside of controlling it, they're audibly saying. Moving outside of controlling it and moving into a space where you just take time to love yourself in such a way where it can be shifted, released, and healed, so that tomorrow can have a different space, so that tomorrow you can create in a different place. I keep saying place. You put yourself in a different place for healing, for creation, for manifesting, for alignment, for purpose, for love. Thank you. And for true connections, they're audibly saying. So I trust everything got communicated the way it was intended. And thank you for those who joined live and for those who are watching this on replay. Much love. Bye-bye.